Welcome to International Motorsports here on Sky Channel. This week we've got 3 reports, and as ever we start with the very latest update news. And we go to Norway for the International Winter Rally, held just last weekend on the 23rd and 24th of January. And then it's on to our second interim report on the finish of the 1987 Monte Carlo Rally. All that is followed by the Norway and to report on last weekend's Winter Rally. This is the first international rally to be held in Norway for many, many years. It's only recently that the Norwegian government has allowed rallying to take place in that country. And of course the Sky Channel cameras are there to cover the action. Number 1 is Walter Jensen and Håkon Stammers, who are in the Rothmans Mazda 323. Jensen, who is the Norwegian rally champion, starting at number 1. And what an excellent entry they've got here for this winter rally. Nearly 170 competing cars. The start on Friday, the 23rd of January. And away goes the Mazda 323. Of course, the Mazda 323 familiar was rallied very successfully in the World Rally Championship in '86 by Ingvar Carlsen, winning, amongst other things, the Group A category in the RAC Rally. Number 15 is the Audi Quattro Coupe. Gunnar Stenberg and Dal Halverson. And in that car, they have our onboard camera. And you're going to see some of that action a little bit later on. The Rothmans Audi Quattro hasn't been that reliable, but it is certainly spectacular. And what beautiful scenery there is here in Norway. Ideal conditions, but very, very snowy conditions. As through comes number 1, Walter Jensen. Number 2, Rolf Ingvar Show with the Ford Sierra 4-wheel drive. A bit of a handful in these very tricky conditions, as you can see. Number 4 going a little bit wide, Ole Vincent. And number 7, Pierre Guldbrandsen. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Opel Manta 400s are still allowed in the national rallies, and a Nissan 240 RS, of course, was a Group B car, still is in fact, but is allowed on these rallies under the new FISA regulations. Gunnar Stenberg, who's complete with our in-car camera, and he's followed by number 18, Bjorn Engar, with the Rothmans Audi Quattro. Next is the Ford Sierra Cosworth, number 19 of Erki Grunlund. And as you can see, beautiful but very cold conditions. Number 15, Gunnar Stenberg is our driver. On the right-hand side is Dal Halverson in the Rothmans Audi Quattro. And you can see just how hard he's trying. Difficult, slippery conditions. And he just brushes a snowbank but gets away with it. And here on Sky Channel, we don't just put you in the driver's seat, at least we put you right behind it. Beautiful stages here on this first international winter rally. And in order to clear the stages, the organisers have gone to great efforts to make quite sure the enormous amount of snow here in Norway is well back from the special stages. It's taken quite some organisation to get this rally underway. The Mazda 323 of number 1, Walter Jensen. Very icy conditions as we come to the end of the first day. Rolf Ingvar Show with the Ford Sierra. This is a Group N car, which is almost a standard car. They're going very well past. In another direction goes number 3, the little Peugeot of Johnny Nijngren. And the leader, that's Bror Danielsson from Sweden with the Audi 80 Quattro. Beautiful scenery here in Norway, but icy, cold conditions, minus 25 degrees centigrade. Number 6, Olav Grimsrud with the Group N Mazda, and really these Mazda 323s filling the top positions despite them only being Group N. Less powerful than the Group A cars, remember. And this is a bit of a strange thing. Either an official or a spectator's car actually going on the special stage. That is a very stupid thing to do whilst the stage is open. Number 7 is Per Gulbrandsen with the Ford Escort, a real handful, of course, a two-wheel drive car. And number 15, Gunnar Stenberg with the Rothmans Audi Quattro. Unfortunately, by stage 7, Walter Jensen with the Mazda 323 was to retire from the event. The lead being taken by the Audi 80 Quattro, number 11 of Bror Danielsen from Sweden. Difficult, snowy, slithery conditions. As through comes Bjorn Enger with the Audi 80 Quattro. Unfortunately, teammate Stenberg with the number 15 car that we just saw go through was to retire on special stage number 6 with electronic problems. So both Walter Jensen, who incidentally went out on the 7th stage, as we've already said, he went out with a broken piston in his Mazda 323. So both the Rothmans team entries out of this Winter International Rally. But a tremendous entry and great interest for the Norwegian rally fans. The Mazda 323 of Walter Jensen will be out. Here we are in the service where they found that the piston had gone. So a great disappointment for the Norwegian champion, but there's still plenty more rallies in Norway. And incidentally, we'll be covering another 2. The next one, which takes place on the 7th and 8th of February, the Elverum Rally, will be covered here on Sky Channel for all of our Scandinavian viewers. And there you can see just how cold it is here. Amazing the cameras are even working. Bror Danielsen having a quick drink. I'm amazed that drink actually hasn't iced up. Number 11 with the Audi 80 Quattro. The Ford Sierra Cosworth of Erky Grunlund, but he will not finish in the top 10. And so we move on to the final day of this first Winter International Rally here from Norway. And Danielsen looks as if it's going to be sewn up for him with the Audi 80 Quattro. The spectators arriving in many different ways. I know it's been a long way from Oslo, hasn't it? It's not been easy to get to the stage, but he's out of the way by the time the leader comes through. Bror Danielsen from Sweden then, with his co-driver of Vacant, Audi 80 Quattro. And the winner of Group N, but also second overall, is number 47, Per Engseth, with the Mazda 323 four-wheel drive. That's a very good effort. And in fact, he will only finish 1 minute and 20 seconds down on the winning Audi 80 Quattro of Danielsen. Number 14 will be in third place, Ove Olderson, with another Audi 80 Quattro, Group A car, of course. And fourth, yet another Mazda 323 Group N of Rora Vanebo. So the Mazda 323's really going extraordinarily well. And from Czechoslovakia, this is the Skoda of Stein Orskog with the normally reliable Skoda, who doesn't appear to be on the finishing list. So heading towards the winner's rostrum, Danielsen with the Audi 80 Quattro, sliding his way around the final stages. And just that 1 minute and 20 seconds down, Per Engseth with the Group N winning Mazda 323. And in third place, Ove Olderson with another Audi 80 Quattro. Of course, rallying in 1987 really being for the Group A cars. Tor Siemdahl, who will be in 8th place with the Audi 84, the red car there going through. And Rolf Ingvar Schau with the Group N Ford Sierra four-wheel drive, really outclassed by the Mazda 323 competition. Bror Danielsen with that Audi 84. And second place, Engseth with the Mazda 323. And cars appearing almost from everywhere here on what is normally a rallycross track here in Norway. 52, Roar Van Ebo, who will be in 4th place, some 4 minutes down on the leader. The rally itself finishes on the night, Saturday, the 24th of January. And here is the winner, Danielsen, Bror Danielsen from Sweden, who wins the first international winter rally of Norway. An aptly named event. As our cameraman who films this says that almost everything was freezing except his camera. We're not quite sure what he meant by that. So a good victory there. Danielsen and Vakant being congratulated. Almost too cold to spray the champagne. As we move on to the second part of our interim report on the 1987 Monte Carlo Rally. Of course, there'll be a full report on this first round in the World Rally Championship for 87 here on Sky Channel. And as ever, we'll be covering fully the World Rally Championship Series. This is number 1, the 1986 World Drivers' Champion, Ewa Kankkunen, of course, is now driving for the Lancia Martini team. And the Lancia Deltas in 1st and 2nd place, with the ever-spectacular Walter Roll and Christian Geisdorfer with their rather large Audi Quattro 200, but nevertheless, they're in 3rd spot. 4th place, Stig Blomqvist and Bruno Berglund with the Ford Sierra 4x4. It's a 4-wheel drive car. And Kenneth Eriksson, who, of course, in 86 won the Group A World Championship. He's got a lot more competition in 87 with the World Series, the primary part of the World Series at least being for Group A. Soundly beaten not only by VW, but also by the little Group B Citroën Visas, number 3, Jean Ragnotti, with a very disappointing Renault 11. And this is Sergeant Jojo. Hello, you are having a drink on duty, n'est-ce pas? If my boss sees this, I will be out on my venerable ear. Number 14 going through, that's Ingvar Carlsen. Of course, Timo Salonen driving for the Mazda team, but he retired early in the event. Number 1 going through, everybody expected Ewa Kankkunen to win, but the deal between Cesare Fiorio, between Kankkunen and Biasion in the number 6 car was whoever was quickest over the Col de Turini, and you'll be able to see exciting pictures from the Turini in our main report, would in fact win the event. And as Biasion was quicker than Kankkunen, Kankkunen was told to slow down on the very last stage, handing victory to Biasion. But I think the moral victor must be Ewa Kankkunen. Number 5 going through will be in 4th place, Stig Blomqvist. One must say that the Group A regulations has attracted more works teams to the World Rally Championship, and there Jean-Marie Balest, recently recovered from a serious heart operation, former president of FISA, here to welcome the winner onto the rostrum, Massimo Biasion and Tizian Severio. Biasion, not exactly a popular winner with the crowd here on the finish line at Monte Carlo, because most observers felt that it was unfair to slow Ewa Kankkunen down. But team orders are team orders, and it must be said that Lancia have a very strong lineup for 87 with Biasion, Ewa Kankkunen, Marco Allen, who will be driving later, and Michael Eriksson. Our full report in a later program here of International Motorsports. But please join us after the break when we've got part 2 of our review of the 1986 World Sports Car Championship Series.